Hey guys, welcome back to another video in Blanc Expenses Justice. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the explanation that Thomas Ashok has been taking his time to tweet about an explanation or explanations of how sentimonsters even work. If you're those type of people that believe that Adrien is a sentimonster, this can literally give more proof of how it works and actually gives kind of proof of how Adrien is a sentimonster. This video is two-sided. If you believe that Adrien is a sentimonster, we're going to talk about that. But if you believe that Adrien is not a sentimonster, we're also going to talk about that, because definitely there's a half and half with this theory. Especially even my own sister doesn't want that Adrien is a sentimonster, because that just creates more intensity to this whole plot. So we're just going to talk about it. Remember guys, just a theory, just a speculation, but what are facts is what Thomas Ashok revealed in his tweets in the video. So if you want to know, don't leave this video and subscribe down below and leave a like if you enjoyed. Go ahead guys and check me out on Instagram. It's the exact same thing, Blanc Expenses Justice. And let's begin this video. Before anything, people have said it's confirmed by Ezra Wise that he isn't a sentimonster, and I get it guys, even I saw that video. The thing is, Thomas Ashok had something to say about this. He said, "The actors discover the story as they dub the episodes. As episodes air soon after dubbing, they know approximately the same amount of things as viewers. Everything they may say about what will happen in the future is more their speculations than facts." So Ezra Wise was just speculating, like he really doesn't know. It goes along with the story. And thank you Thomas Ashok for revealing that, because a lot of people come up with that, like Ezra Wise already confirmed this, but Thomas Ashok, the director of the series, the creator of the series, basically told us they go along as the viewers. They find out things as the viewers. You understand? Okay, now knowing that, let's continue. First, explaining how it works. Thank you to Adrien in Instagram for collecting all of Thomas Ashok's Twitter explanations. Thank you so much. Go ahead and follow her on Instagram, guys. Let's read Thomas Ashok's first tweet. "I see a lot of questions about sentimonsters. As usual, you're making it more complicated than it is. A sentimonster is an emotion transformed into a living being. It can be anything depending the original will of the holder of the miraculous of the peacock." So we already know that, right? Like that's something basic, and I feel like everyone knows that. Now the second thing that really kind of goes deep now is this one. "It is controlled by the owner of the object in which the amok is. Only the holder of the miraculous of the peacock can feel a sentimonster. If he, she doesn't own the control object, he, she can still destroy it." Okay, so basically it's saying, so you can control the sentimonster if you have the object that has the amok that controls that sentimonster. Like we saw in the episode of Senti Bubbler and Ladybug. When Ladybug got possession of the item, the sentimonster does anything that Ladybug can tell. But the thing that you need to have the object, the little thing that is controlling everything, is the object that has the amok. But basically Thomas Ashok really said something that we didn't know. Only the holder of the peacock miraculous can feel a sentimonster. If they don't have the object, they can still destroy it if you are the holder of the peacock miraculous. So many people say, why didn't Plague or why didn't Master Fu notice that they were giving a miraculous to a sentimonster? It's because they aren't using the peacock miraculous. They cannot tell. And if you read the last tweet, it's saying, if Cataclysm, it breaks the link with its owner and gets berserk. Basically, nothing new under the sun. Everything has been already shown in Ladybug and Feast. Everything you need to know about how it works has been shown in these episodes. Basically, we understood new things, that using the peacock miraculous, you can feel a sentimonster, and you can still destroy it. But to control it, you need the object. The only way you can control a sentimonster is you have the object. Next set of tweets. So look at the etymology of monster. It is a word created to denigrate, a barrier between the abnormal and the normal, created by those who consider themselves normal. The very word induces a notion of domination. If humans were less cruel, they might say sentient. Sentient. I don't even know how to say that, guys. basically he said that it's called Sentimonster because of the people that think they are strange, that they're not like them, and they think that they're not normal, and because they call it Sentimonster. Like, monster is usually words that people have been giving to people that they see that, oh, they're not normal, they're monsters. So basically it's saying they're just normal, but because they're not normal to people like humans have created a word that just devalues them because they're different. Okay, next set of tweets. Basically, these tweets disproves anyone who says the Sentimonsters aren't living beings. Sentimonsters can think, they're not robots. So someone says, okay, but why do we even need Sentimonsters? Hawkmoth can create Sentimonsters too. Max got a big robot when he was akumatized. Jaggedstone's dragon also worked like a Sentimonster. So can he just create monsters by his own will? Just with the butterfly Miraculous? And Thomas Asterisk says, a mindless big robot is not a living being. It's a tool. The dragon wasn't created. So if you don't know what ex nihilo is, because I don't even know it, it means out of nothing. So the dragon wasn't created out of nothing. Fang was included in the akumatization. So basically Thomas Asterisk is saying Sentimonsters are real living beings, while the monsters that Hawkmoth has been created just with the butterfly Miraculous, they're just tools, while Sentimonsters are living beings. Peacock Miraculous can create living beings. That's so crazy. Thomas actually talks about how Cataclysm even works. If Miraculous used her Cataclysm on any object, would that object turn to dust? That's not how Cataclysm works. It doesn't destroy or turn to dust what it touched. It makes something bad happen to it. It can be various things. I often read that Miraculous Cataclysm were fakes, or that it wasn't the real version of the power. It was not a weaker one. It was a real Cataclysm. But luckily for Cat Noir, the suits of the Miraculous holders make them nearly invulnerable. It protected him. For that last sentence, it protected him, really proves what I had a theory of Adrien being a Sentimonster. So I said Cat Noir is a Sentimonster. When he got Cataclysm, why didn't he go crazy like other Sentimonsters really do, right? But Thomas Asterisk said it protected him. The suit protected him. And that's not the first time we see the suit being magical and protecting the person who's wearing it. Even though it did hurt, it protected him from going crazy if Adrien is a Sentimonster. Because remember guys, it's just a theory. Next tweet. The existence of the Sentimonster doesn't depend either of the existence of the holder of the Peacock Miraculous, nor the existence of an owner. It depends on an amok being sealed into an object. So basically, Thomas Asterisk is saying it doesn't matter if the Peacock Miraculous holder that created the Sentimonster dies, something bad happens to it, or the creator detransforms or transforms, the Sentimonster is going to continue living, okay? The only thing that will provide life to the Sentimonster is the object that has the amok. That's why the object of the amok has to be in a safe place in order for the Sentimonster to live. This tweet is very mind-blowing. What difference would there be between a feeling monster that was created to be like a human and a normal human being? Thomas actually said, no difference. If a Sentimonster is designed to be a human, it's a human. Except that he can fall victim to the magical influence of ill-intentioned people via the control object or the Miraculous, as we showed in the episode of Ladybug. If you're created to be a human, you are a human. The only problem is if someone grabs the object that controls you and uses it for bad intentions, you will do bad things. Now let's talk about the Cataclysm. It's super interesting, but isn't Cat Noir's power described as the power of destruction in the show at one point, I believe in Origins? It's like the Lucky Charm. There's a part of random. But since Cat Noir only uses it on objects, you don't see much difference with destruction. A sword, if you cataclysm, it rusts or it twists, not much more. A cataclysm does not make a human disappear. A cataclysm is a stroke of bad luck. It can be anything. If a human gets hit, it can kill him. It can hurt him, make him sick, make him lose his hair, or even drive him crazy. And that's very interesting. What if actually that happens in the show? I would love to see what happens. That would be so interesting. Another thing that it says, it's not you touch a human, he crumbles to dust. It is more complicated than that. It could be he gets sick, he has a heart attack, he sleeps fast, etc. Basically, the person's condition is deteriorating. But how and to what extent? It is indeterminate. Whatever. I don't even know how to pronounce that. The thing is, that's the thing. And that is so scary. Because it's like the lucky charm. You don't really tell if the cataclysm is going to kill you or not. So I am really, really curious to see to who that happens to. Because I want to know. Next. Now this tweet really explains like everything. So remember the sentimonster that Natalie created in the episode of Ladybug that looked like Ladybug? So Thomas actually described her life. She said, so is there such a thing as half human or half sentimonster? Is this possible? Theoretically, I guess if the sentibug had the chance to grow up, have her own life, fall in love, make children, nothing would differentiate these children from other kids. The only difference would be that their loving mother would be more precious and fragile because she could disappear if she'd break her keychain. So basically says they can have kids and those kids are normal like other kids. There's no difference. Only thing that can really hurt her would be the keychain gets destroyed because the keychain is the object to control her. So if Adrien is a sentimonster, he literally can have a normal life. The only thing is the object that is controlling him. Basically, so the sentimonster can do things, the same thing that humans can do, as long as created to be a human. So it's not like the gorilla of Queen Banana is going to be a human and live. No. The thing is that if it's created to be a human, you can be a human. The only problem is the object. If you destroy it, you are destroyed. Basically, that's it. It's so strange because I don't imagine Adrien being a sentimonster. Like, even though this theory is really cool, it's very strange to imagine that, and it's so scary, guys. It's really scary. Another thing, people kept giving theories like proof, like, oh, Adrien isn't a sentimonster because of Aeon. Aeon is the girl in the New York special. She's the robot, and she's basically, I cannot see magic, so she couldn't see plague or anything. So people was like, if Adrien was a sentimonster, like she did see him, so he isn't magical, he is a human. But Thomas Asterisk had to say something about that, and he said, no one can tell the difference. That's even scarier because if no one can tell the difference, it could prove that Adrien is still a sentimonster. I don't know, guys. Just a little summary. If Adrien is a sentimonster, could explain how he always feels he's perfect, because he is a sentimonster created to be human and a perfect human being. So he can think, he can feel, have a normal life, because sentimonsters can do that actually. And the only thing different from a sentimonster and a human is that there's an object to control a sentimonster. Okay? Adrien, if he is a sentimonster, isn't aka free. Okay? Let's just say that rings is the object that has the amok. He doesn't have the ring, so he isn't free. Like the episode of Ladybug. Ladybug said, hey Sentibug, you're free now. You have your keychain. You can control your own life. But if Adrien is a sentimonster, he doesn't really control it because he doesn't know that he's a sentimonster. How long can sentimonsters live? Now, I've been thinking about this. Like, we already know that the only impediment, the only thing that stops a sentimonster from being normal is that an object is controlling it. But let's just say that it's safe. The object is safe. The object is safe. Basically, the only way that sentimonsters can die is if you destroy the object. But let's just say this object is safe, so they can live as long as they want. And it's kind of scary because let's just say Adrien and Marinette do end up together. Marinette won't be living as much as him. Or probably she will, because she's a guardian and guardians live long lives. But Adrien, he will continue living and living and living. But the only way that he could eventually die is if he destroys the object or someone else destroys the object. Which is scary. Because that's why there's a point of the theory that I feel like it's too intense. It's too deep. It's too intricate for a kids show, because this is a kids show. Yet it has a lot of plots that does not make sense. That how is this a kids show? But the thing is, the fact that it's a kids show, it kind of makes me doubt that Adrien a Sentimonster could be impossible, because it's a kids show. It has their guidelines, and knowing that the only way that Adrien could eventually die is that he basically destroys the item himself. And it's just too deep. It's too intricate. It's too much. And there's a point that I'm like, is Adrien being a sentimonster, or is there something that we are supposed to see and it's not what we're planning? So basically, have your eyes open, guys. Adrien could be a sentimonster. As we just saw, basically Tom has just revealed to us that yeah, it is possible to live a happy life, be normal, because basically sentimonsters are human if you're created to be a human. But if Adrien isn't a sentimonster, because I promise you guys, this video is both sides. Someone wrote a really good comment. Please read my theory. So in Cat Blanc, when he destroyed the whole universe and also destroyed the ring, since Gabriel worked the ring at the start of the episode, so back when Cat Blanc destroyed the whole universe, if the Amok was in the ring, he also destroyed it. And if he was a sentimonster, he would have vanished. So I don't think he's a sentimonster. That's true. If Cat Blanc destroyed everything, that why didn't Cat Blanc disappear? Right? And it makes a lot of sense. Another comment says that Adrien isn't the only sentimonster. I feel like both Adrien and Felix are sentimonster, the two rings which should never be separated, and the reason why Adrien and Felix look way too similar to be cousins-like. And it makes sense. Why are they both so similar? It can't be just because. It has to be for a reason. So there's so many gaps. There's so many things that we really don't understand. Hopefully, in some episode, they do explain this. The thing is only a theory. It's only a theory, guys. And Adrien could be a sentimonster. Adrien could not be a sentimonster. Adrien and Felix are the sentimonsters. Or, no, he's not. There's just so much more. But definitely the point of this video was for you guys to understand how sentimonsters really work. They aren't robots. If you're created to be a human, you are a human. Let me know which tweet do you think can help and supplement to the theory that Adrien is a sentimonster. Or let me know in the comments what proof or what theories you have that Adrien is not a sentimonster, because I would love to do a video just about that, because there's a lot of people, the majority of the fandom also do not want Adrien to be a sentimonster, and others are just really scared of the fact that he could be. So it's very scary. I guess, guys, you just have to wait and see if Adrien is or he isn't. But here it is, guys. Here's the proof. I wanted to inform you guys that this is how sentimonsters are. This is how they are, and it's not like they're not robots. They're actually, if you're a sentimonster and you're created to be like a human, you're gonna be a human being. Hopefully you guys understood that, and let me know what you think in the comment section once again. So thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe down below and leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye, guys.